Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Real English with Jack and Molly. I'm Molly.
And I'm Jack.
Today, we're talking about stopping comparison and starting to grow.
Honestly, I could use some help with that.
Yeah? What happened?
I woke up this morning, checked my phone, and just felt kinda down.
Wait, what do you mean, kinda down?
Like, not sad exactly, just tired before the day even started.
Was it something specific or just a general feeling?
Pretty specific, actually. I scrolled through some posts and saw a friend got a big promotion.
Ah, I see. So you compared yourself to him?
I guess I did, yeah. I didn't even mean to.
That happens more than people admit.
Does it happen to you too?
Oh, all the time. Especially in the morning, right when I open my eyes.
Really? Even you?
Even me. I check my phone with my coffee, and boom, someone's traveling, someone's got a new house.
So, how do you deal with it?
Honestly, I used to just spiral. I think, why isn't my life like that?
That's exactly what I do.
I know, but over time, I started noticing a pattern.
What pattern?
The comparison always came from social media, never from real conversations.
Huh, I never thought about it that way.
Right? Because online, people only show the highlight of their day.
The highlight.
Yeah, like the best 5 seconds, not the boring parts, not the struggle.
So it's kind of a fake picture.
Exactly. It's real, but it's not the whole story.
Okay, that actually makes me feel a little better.
Good. Let's go back to your morning, though. What happened after you saw the post?
I just laid in bed for like 10 more minutes, feeling stuck.
10 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but it can really set the tone for your day.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was in a bad mood at breakfast too.
What do you usually have for breakfast?
Just toast and coffee, nothing fancy.
Same here. But did the bad mood follow you to work?
It did, actually. On my commute, I kept thinking about that promotion.
So the comparison from the morning followed you into the afternoon.
Yeah, and then at lunch, my coworker mentioned she's learning 3 languages.
Oh no, another comparison trigger.
Exactly. I just sat there thinking, I can barely finish 1 English lesson a week.
Okay, hold on. Let's slow down here. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you think comparing yourself to her actually helped you learn faster?
No, not really. It just made me feel worse.
Right. That's the problem with comparison. It rarely motivates you. It usually just drains you.
Drains me?
Yeah, to drain means to slowly take away your energy.
Oh, I like that. To drain your energy.
Exactly. Comparison drains your energy instead of building your motivation.
That's such a good way to put it.
So, back to lunch. What did you do after that thought?
Honestly, I just kind of shut down for a bit. I didn't feel like talking.
That's a real reaction. A lot of people go quiet when they compare themselves.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I was doing it until just now.
That's actually a big first step, noticing it.
Wait, quick question. Is it I noticed or I've noticed? I always mix those up.
Good question. I noticed is for a specific moment, like just now. I've noticed is more general over time.
Oh, so I've noticed I compare myself a lot is more like a pattern.
Exactly. Nice correction there.
Thanks. Okay, so what about the afternoon? Did anything change for you?
Actually, yeah. In the afternoon, I usually hit a wall too.
A wall?
Yeah, hit a wall means you suddenly feel stuck or exhausted.
I definitely hit a wall around 3 p.m. every day.
Right? And that's usually when the comparison thoughts come back even stronger.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because we're tired, and tired brains look for something to blame.
So instead of blaming tiredness, we blame ourselves for not being enough.
Exactly. That's such an important point, Jack.
I actually thought of that myself, huh?
I'm impressed. So, what happened in your afternoon specifically?
My manager mentioned another employee finished a huge project early.
And let me guess, comparison again?
Yep, I thought I could never finish something that fast.
Okay, but is that actually true, or is that just your tired brain talking?
Honestly, probably my tired brain.
Right. This is a second habit problem we should talk about, comparing your work pace to others.
Yeah, that's a big one for me.
It's huge for a lot of people. Everyone works at a different speed.
But it's hard not to feel behind.
Feel behind. That's such a common expression. Have you used it before?
I use it in my head all the time, but maybe never out loud.
Well, now you know it in English. I feel behind, or I feel like I'm falling behind.
Falling behind sounds even worse.
It does sound dramatic, but it's very natural spoken English.
Got it. Okay, so afternoon comparison is about work and pace.
Right, and morning comparison was about social media and lifestyle.
What about evening? Does comparison show up then too?
Oh, definitely. For me, evenings are actually the worst.
Really? Why?
Because I'm tired, I'm relaxing, and I open my phone one more time before bed.
Same. It's like a habit I can't break.
Exactly, and that's the third habit problem, nighttime scrolling and comparison.
What do you usually see at night?
Mostly people's dinners, their gym progress, their relationships.
Oh, the gym one gets me every time.
Wait, tell me more about that.
I'll see someone posting their transformation, and I just feel like I haven't done enough.
Even though you went for a walk this morning.
Yeah, actually, I did go for a short walk before work.
See, but a short walk suddenly feels not enough compared to someone else's gym video.
Exactly. It's so frustrating.
This is such a good example of comparison stealing your own progress.
Stealing my progress?
Yeah, to steal here means comparison takes away the value of what you actually did.
Oh, that's powerful. Comparison steals your progress.
Right. Your walk was real progress, but comparison made it feel invisible.
That's such a good point.
So let's connect this to real life. What if tonight you don't check your phone before bed?
Honestly, that sounds hard.
It is hard at first, but let's think about why.
Why do you think it's hard?
Because comparison has become a habit, almost automatic.
Like brushing your teeth, but with your brain.
Ha, I love that. Automatic brain brushing.
Okay, but seriously, how do you actually break that habit?
For me, it started with one small change.
What was it?
I started writing down one thing I did well each day.
Just one thing?
Just one. Even something small like finishing an English lesson or cooking dinner.
That sounds really simple.
It is simple, but it shifts your focus from other people to your own life.
Okay, wait. Quick grammar check. Is it shifts or shift?
Good catch. Since it is singular, we say it shifts with an S.
Right, of course. I always forget that with third person.
No worries, that's a super common mistake for learners.
Okay, so writing one good thing a day, I could actually try that.
I think you'd notice a difference pretty quickly.
Can I try it right now, actually?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, today I had a short walk, and I also learned a new expression already.
See? That's real progress, and it has nothing to do with anyone else.
Yeah, I feel a little lighter just saying that.
That's the goal, noticing your own growth instead of measuring it against others.
Can we go back to something? You mentioned 3 habit problems.
Right. Morning social media comparison, afternoon work pace comparison, and evening scrolling comparison.
Which one do you think is the hardest to fix?
Honestly, for me, it's the evening one.
Why the evening?
Because I'm tired and my willpower is low, so it's easier to fall into old habits.
Willpower?
Yeah, willpower means your mental strength to control your actions.
Oh, I like that word. My willpower is definitely low at night, too.
Right? It's totally normal. That's why small changes work better than big ones.
Like what kind of small change?
Like putting your phone in another room 30 minutes before bed.
That sounds so simple, but also kind of scary.
Ha! Scary how?
I don't know. I feel attached to it, like I might miss something.
That fear is super common. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out.
Oh, I've heard that expression before, but never really understood where it came from.
Now you know. It's a native expression people use all the time.
Okay, FOMO. I'm definitely guilty of that.
Guilty of that? Nice expression, by the way.
Thanks. I picked that one up from a movie, actually.
See, that's how natural English sticks, through real context, not memorizing lists.
That's actually really encouraging.
It should be. You're already using expressions naturally.
Okay, let's go back to growth, though. What does growing at your own pace really mean?
Great question. For me, it means comparing today's version of you to yesterday's version.
Not to other people at all?
Exactly. Other people are on a completely different path, different timeline, different starting point.
That makes sense logically, but emotionally it's still hard.
Totally agree. Logic and emotion don't always match up right away.
Can you share a personal story about this?
Sure. A few years ago, all my friends were getting married, buying houses.
And you weren't?
Nope, I was still figuring out my career, honestly, kind of a mess.
What did that feel like?
Pretty lonely, actually. I felt like I was falling behind in life.
That expression again, falling behind.
Right, it comes up a lot with comparison, doesn't it?
It really does. So how did you get past that feeling?
I started focusing on tiny wins, like learning to cook, saving a little money.
Tiny wins?
Yeah, small successes that build up over time.
I love that phrase, tiny wins.
It's a really useful one. Try using it this week.
I will. Okay, my turn to share something personal.
Go for it.
Last year, I compared my English level to a friend who moved abroad.
And how did that go?
Honestly, it made me want to quit studying for a while.
That's such a common mistake, comparing your beginning to someone else's middle.
Wait, say that again?
Comparing your beginning to someone else's middle, it's not fair to yourself.
Oh, wow, that hit different.
Hit different. Nice. Very natural expression.
Ha, thanks. I've been wanting to use that one.
It fits perfectly here.
So, what made you keep going with English, in my case?
Honestly, I just reminded myself why I started.
Which was?
I wanted to talk to my future coworkers without feeling nervous.
That's such a clear reason.
It really helped me refocus, instead of measuring myself against my friend.
Okay, quick question. Is it measuring myself against or measuring myself with?
Good one. It's measuring myself against, like comparing yourself to a standard.
Got it. Against, not with.
Exactly. Nice correction.
Okay, let's talk takeaways. What should people actually do when they catch themselves comparing?
First, notice it without judging yourself.
Just notice it.
Yeah, awareness alone reduces its power a lot.
What's the second step?
Ask yourself, am I comparing my full story to someone else's highlight?
That question alone kind of resets your brain.
Exactly. It puts things back into perspective.
And the third step?
Write down one small win from your day. Even tiny ones count.
I really like that one.
It works because it shifts your attention back to your own growth.
Can we go over the vocabulary one more time before we finish?
Sure, let's do it. Drains your energy. Comparison drains your energy instead of motivating you.
Comparison drains your energy. Got it.
Hit a wall, meaning you suddenly feel exhausted or stuck.
I hit a wall every afternoon around 3 p.m.
Falling behind, feeling like you're not progressing as fast as others.
I sometimes feel like I'm falling behind.
Tiny wins, small successes that build up over time.
I'm celebrating my tiny wins this week.
And FOMO, the fear of missing out.
My FOMO is strongest at night, definitely.
Perfect. You really pick those up quickly.
Thanks. Saying them out loud really helps me remember.
That's exactly why repeating short sentences works so well.
Speaking of that, can we practice a few short lines together?
Yeah, let's shadow a few lines. Repeat after me quietly if you can. Comparison drains your energy. I hit a wall around 3 p.m. I feel like I'm falling behind sometimes. Tiny wins really add up. My FOMO gets strong at night.
That actually felt really natural to say.
See? Short sentences are perfect for building speaking confidence.
Okay, before we finish, can you give me the full takeaway?
Sure. Comparison usually shows up in 3 moments: morning scrolling, afternoon work pressure, and nighttime habits.
Right, and in each case, we're comparing our whole story to someone's highlight.
Exactly. So the practical takeaway is simple. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday.
That's such a clear way to put it.
And remember the expressions: drains your energy, hit a wall, falling behind, tiny wins, and FOMO.
I'm definitely going to use tiny wins today.
I love that. Small steps really do add up over time.
Thanks for this conversation, honestly. It helped more than I expected.
That means a lot, Jack. I think a lot of listeners will feel the same way. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Keep practicing a little English every day.
And we'll see you in the next episode of Real English with Jack and Molly.